Kenny, you guys just, how special was the day? From the morning game to the night game, the crowd, what are you going to remember about this day? Kenny, you guys?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, special day. Getting to go to the final game tomorrow. And whenever you're in this stadium, in this tournament, it's going to be a great atmosphere. And they came out strong at 9 a.m. and they came out even stronger tonight. So we really love the support, and it fuels us out there for sure. So awesome night that I'll remember for a while.
Drew, you've seen what the starters have done the last couple days with Brett, Mason, and then Will this morning. How much extra motivation does that give you to go out and show tonight in front of a big crowd? Yeah,
it's contagious. I mean, our starting pitching all year has just been dominant. Brett and McConaughey did their thing, and Will just loves to pitch, in the Big Ten tournament, I guess. So, I knew that just follow their lead and do what they've been doing. Big parts, winds blowing in, throw the ball over the plate, and we got a great defense behind us. So,
Josh Overbeek on the sort of the same lines. Is hitting contagious? Did you benefit from that today?
Yeah, I mean, this team's hot. Obviously, we're putting good barrels on the ball, and it's contagious, like you said, up and down the lineup 1 through 9. And they put us in a good spot to have good preparation when we get in the box and just get in there hungry and ready to go. And we set up a lot of innings, and it just allows us to knock them down when we're focused on team at bats and just executing just whatever the game presents us at that time.
Josh, what did you see on that bases clearing double in the second? Did you think it was going to get down? What were you looking for? How did that play?
When you get in the box and you got runners in scoring position, you're looking for the first available pitch to hit hard, and that's what I got, and put a good swing on the ball. And when you hit the ball hard, you run hard as well, and the game rewards you when you hustle. And I wasn't really looking for much, just an opportunity to pick up my teammates who had to set up the bases for me. It put me in a good spot, and I looked to put my teammates in a good spot as well.
Josh, what's it been about this week? I mean, it seems like you guys have obviously found some momentum and groove. Where is it coming from? What's kind of caught fire with you guys?
I think it's, we haven't really done anything different. We just stuck to our process and, trusted our preparation up to this point. I think just moving ahead, I mean, having kind of the safety net of knowing we're going to play next week is also good. So we're playing freely right now, and I think we still definitely want to get after it tomorrow, finish the job.
For any of you guys, what's this celebration about? Can you guys explain that?
A lot of people make excuses and they go palms up, and it's just kind of a sign of weakness. And we've had some funny stories in our fall this past year, just going palms up, and we try to stay palms down as much as possible. But when the other team goes palms up after you hit a ball hard or you make a big play, you might as well throw them up and just kind of make a joke out of it. So.
Josh, you and Gabe are going homer for homer, it seems like, in Omaha. Is there any friendly competition going on with him, or?
I mean, yeah, we're always competing against each other, but I think the main focus is just the team winning and just putting up as many runs as we can.
For any of you guys, was today kind of a throwback to high school days where you have a big break between games, and what did you do to stay sharp?
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think I've played a game at 9 and then came back later in the day since like 13U and travel baseball. So back then I was probably hitting the pool and going to Buffalo Wild Wings, but didn't do that today. I think a lot of the guys is the same thing. Rehydrate, get with Tanner, our sports med guy, and get yourself in the right mental state for the next game, because it's a quick turnaround. But I think we did that pretty well.
Yeah. And I think that's a testament to who this team is. To beat a team twice, a good Indiana team to say. It's hard enough as it is, but to do it with a time gap in between, that just shows how focused the boys are and just how locked in and hooked up we are. So.
Who picked Will Jeske to be the sticker guy?
Fair.
Thought he might get some good humor in there for that. So we'll see what he has for the team today.
Sounds like he's going to work right now
Oh.
on the board.
Any more questions for student athletes?
Josh, are you aware of how far some of those home runs in the first game went today?
Yeah, our coach has told me. It's pretty cool.
How do you guys continue this momentum going into regionals next week with the week off?
I think the first step is just come out tomorrow with the same fire that we've been having this whole week. Like Josh said, it's nice to have that in in our horizon, but we're focused on tomorrow. Most definitely, that's, I think, the best way to continue momentum is just keep showing up and doing it. Each and every day it's a clean slate. Haven't done anything yet on that day. That's kind of the mentality we've had up until this point, so that's how we're going to keep moving.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Questions for head coach?
Hey, Will, why was Drew the guy today? What did you see from him?
Well, he's been throwing well for us. Just felt like he was ready for the moment today to give him the ball. I'm not sure many folks understand just how difficult it is to do what he did today in particular. If you're paying attention, he started throwing in about the second inning of the first game down to the bullpen, and he threw a lot of pitches. Not only that, he got hot probably more than once. He was in the game in the ninth inning at one point, and then he wasn't in the game. So for him to do that, to throw that many pitches, to get hot, to go in a high leverage situation, and then go back to the hotel, take a shower, and come back and be able to start the game. I mean, we were kind of just hoping for an opener type situation, to be honest. For him to give us 5 innings, 80 pitches, he wiggled out of a huge first inning jam there with the bases loaded, got the punch out. I mean, he's still throwing. I haven't seen the TrackMan yet, but it looked like he was 93, 94 still in his 5th inning, and he wanted to keep going. We were protecting him at that point because he was still throwing well, but it just, he threw a few days ago a multi-inning outing plus, half a game earlier today. It was an unbelievable job, and he's built for it. He's a big physical kid. He wants to do what it takes to help the team, and he was eager to take the ball. It was maybe one of the more impressive things I've ever seen coaching college baseball. I'm not overstating that. That was incredible what he did for the team.
On the topic of pitchers, Coach, it seems like for 5 games, the better part of 5 games against Indiana, you guys have pitched really well against them. What's been the approach? How have you guys been able to do that?
Yeah, it's been impressive. Honestly, outside of 1 inning, I mean, the 9th inning of the very first game that we played them, we've pitched them tough, and they're an aggressive hitting team. I mean, they've hit in some tough luck against us. I mean, Riley Silva has erased a lot of runs probably for us out there in center field. We've played good defense behind our pitchers. We haven't really given them a whole lot of free stuff. They're a hitting team like that's tough 1 through 9 in the order. If you give them any freebies, they're going to really take advantage of it and have a chance to get some crooked numbers. That's kind of what we've been able to do, is eliminate that type of stuff. And again, to talk about that 9th inning, and for our guys to come back and win that series, and then win the games preceding after that, with an Indiana fight for their lives to continue to play. Man, it's impressive by our guys to be able to do that. I got a lot of respect for that Indiana team, the way they're coached, the talent that they have with that squad. It was an impressive day for us.
Will, what was it like having a front seat for some of the power game that you guys displayed in both games?
Yeah, it's been fun to watch. I mean, you look around the country, you see some double-digit scores. The ball's flying out of the park. It's warmer now. You got to slug to get crooked numbers, and that's what we've been able to do here in Omaha in these last several games. Is we've been able to slug, and today wasn't a great day to hit, but what you're seeing from our offense is taking more committed swings. When I say committed swings, you may swing and miss early in the count. You may make some mistakes by being aggressive, but when we're in that frame of mind, we can slug, and I think we've got guys that can do it all up and down the lineup. And it is. Hitting's contagious. It always has been, always will be. The guy in front of you goes up there and hits a ball 110 miles an hour. You gain confidence from that when you go in the box. So, it was a lot of big swings. Overbeat got us started with a double. But before that, before he came to the plate, and he kind of alluded to that, before he came to the plate with the bases loaded, I believe it was the same inning. It was a long time ago, but Swanee hit a ball to the deepest part of the park, probably a home run on most days. And then Dylan Carey just absolutely crushed the ball to right field earlier in that inning. So he comes to the plate thinking, all right, like these guys they're seeing him well, and he was ready to hit in an 0-0 count. A guy throws a lot of sliders. He was ready to hit the fastball, and I wasn't sure. I thought when he hit it, it might hang up there, but he hit it so hard that the ball just split the gap, and that got us jump started.
Coach, tomorrow you get to play for potentially your first Big Ten title. What does that mean to you and this team?
I mean, it's we know what you play for. You had a chance to play for a championship, and you know it's exciting. I want you know, the crowd tonight was awesome, incredible. I mean, close to, I think it was what, 11,000 almost here. 10 a.m. game tomorrow. Let's see if we can get more than that. That would be awesome. I know the guys would get fired up by that for an early morning game. Get the tailgating going about 6 o'clock in the morning and show up and be loud.
Coach, you're the first team in the last 15 years to lose their first game of the Big Ten tournament and then advance to the championship. What does that say about the culture of these guys and the togetherness?
Yeah, anybody that's spent some time watching our team this year, the resilient word is one that comes to mind, and it's one of the words that the guys chose before the season. So you show up the next day with a job to do, and I've said that after some really tough losses. We haven't gotten our butts kicked very often, but we did the first game of this tournament. You show up the next day with a job to do, and you can't get emotional about, you know, wins or losses. You gotta show up. Baseball doesn't lend itself to care about your feelings even a little bit. So you just show up and compete. I'm proud of our guys for getting here, but we got a job to do tomorrow, and that's just come and play with fire and intensity is what I'm gonna ask them to do.
What's the picture look like, and is Sears even in consideration for that?
Well, he's not in consideration to start, I'll say that. Well, he might be. I don't know. I'll see how he feels. I'll just leave that out there. But I know he's going to want the ball. But we'll have a conversation about it when we get back to the hotel. And you know, we still relatively been able to, you know, keep the numbers down in terms of guys out there to throw. And I would imagine some guys from early in the tournament will be able to bounce back as well.
What challenges does that Penn State team provide? I know you didn't play them in the regular season, but they're hot offensively.
They're not just hot, but they're just really good. They've played, you know, at a high level here of late, but their offense has been rolling really for the entire year. They've got a really dangerous lineup, and they're obviously playing with a lot of confidence. So again, I just think that they're going to present a major challenge for us, but our challenge is to show up and repeat it again tomorrow.
Thanks, Coach.